Hey everybody, welcome to Omega Survival, and today I'm doing a review on a Bark River Aurora LT and elmax steel. The LT is just like the regular Aurora, except it's a little thinner. It's made for carving, and this is one of the most famous knives for bushcrafting Bark River has. And this is the version in elmax steel. Elmax is like a super stainless steel. And like all Bark River knives, it comes with a really good quality sheath. Give it a 1/4-inch ferro rod on the side, and it has a belt lanyard in the back that's stitched really well. It's got multiple eyelet rivets that you could attach stuff to on certain points, and it's got the Bark River emblem embroidered into the back. And this one is a first production run, and it's in black and toxic green G10 handles with a lanyard hole in the back end. It's got 2 enormous rivets in it holding it together, and it's 0.150 inches thick. It's 9.5 inches in overall length. The blade length is 4.7 inches. It's got a Rockwell hardness of 60 to 61. It's full tang. And it's handmade in the USA from Bark River Knives. And to do a little bit of carving with it, like all the Bark River knives I've ever tested, it just cuts through with complete ease, even through the knots. It actually digs so deep you gotta watch on what angle you have the knife when you're carving it, or it'll take too much off. No issues at all. If you're gonna do finer work, I just nibble off the top, goes right through it. This is a really green sapling too, I just cut it down. And this one has almost a flat or really high convex grind. And it has almost a spear point on it. The tip almost centers the handle. And the handle itself is very ergonomic, very smooth, polished G10. There's no hot spots on it. You can grip up real high on it. The blade comes almost all the way down to the handle. There's no jimping on this one, but you don't really need it because it's such a light knife. And it just fits really great in the hand. Does a great job at batoning for firewood. Very easy. So you can get to that dry wood for starting fires. That elmax has a really good resistance to moisture and corrosion, so you shouldn't feel bad about driving it through wet saplings like this. Let's see if I can split it cross grain. No problem at all. Now you don't always need to take a full piece of wood to make a tent pole. You could split one in half. Make a tent pole like this. Just something to grip your rope in. You got a real quick tent peg. There we go. See about doing a feather stick here. It's the first time I'm using this in the field, so I'm getting to learn the right angle here for feather sticking. It just bites in too hard into this wet stuff. So it's not really curling because it's too wet and too thick because it's biting right in, but as you can see, it just rips right through that with no problems at all. And you want to walk around the woods for a little while, find some pine pitch, split that down a little bit. And wedge a stick in there. You get that good and opened up like that, and you find yourself some pine trees and get some pine pitch, and you throw your pine pitch in there and smear it in there as heavy as you can, and you just kind of bang it into the ground, and you get your pine pitch, and you can light it, and it makes a great torch. You could probably fit enough pine pitch in something like that to burn for like an hour easily, and it gives off a really good deal of light in a survival situation. But as you can see, doing the really fine curls. That it just bites in. So that was just a quick field test on the Bark River Aurora LT in elmax steel. And as you can see from the video, it just cuts through wood like it's meant to be a carving knife. And there's a lot of other things you could do with that tip. That tip's good for making bow drill divots. But the way it is, you could use that tip for a drill. And it's just great. It's a great carving knife. That really high convex grind makes it a really good edge. And elmax steel holds a very good edge to begin with. So those two combined just makes a knife that's made for carving wood. And it's an excellent knife. It's a really good knife. It's an excellent field knife for bushcrafting, small tasks, and anything you could ever think to want to do in the field. So that's my first impression of this knife. I give it a 5 out of 5 on the style and function. It works really well. And I'm really going to have to use this knife more in the field. I really like it. This is probably one of the nicer bushcraft knives I've used from Bark River. So if you're looking for a really good bushcraft knife, I'd take a look at the Aurora LT in elmax steel from Bark River. It's an excellent knife. And that's about it. That's about all I have on this knife right now. So, I'm Mike with Omega Survival. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.